Hey y'all, I'm back. Back with another review of Last Chance U. Okay, closing in towards the end, y'all. Be closing in towards the end. So, episode 5. Episode 5 was kind of a really chill episode. I don't know. I might be able to like blend in episode 5 and 6. I don't know, cause they like stuff happened, but it wasn't a whole lot. We shall see. Let's get to it. Okay, so we go to Riverside, California, which apparently, remember I told y'all I didn't know if Riverside was a good area because that's where Deshaun lived, but apparently it is because Coach Rob lived out there. And he was like, it's so much different, living there than closer to the school or whatever. And he glad that he lived out there. Coach Rob said that he was a coach at Inland. He won 7 league championships and he was a state finalist. He said last spring they pretty much came through and they just started clearing people out as far as staff is concerned. He was one of the people that got the boot. So he ended up meeting up with Coach Mosley. He liked him a lot, and he said he came back, talked to his wife about it. And his wife was like really, really supportive. Shout out to y'all for having supportive wives. And they was like, look, babe, it's not about the money. This is what you want to do. This is your life's passion. So this is what we about to do. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Camera's upside down. Yeah, so she was like, so this is what you want to do. So this is what you're about to do. You about to go out there and you about to do what you need to do. So that's what she did. So that's what he did. He took the job. So then we back again going against Pasadena City, right? And so they was super sloppy. They was sloppy as hell. Like y'all was looking a mess out there, okay? For a little while, y'all was making a mess. Eventually, y'all end up picking it back up or whatever the case may be. And then at the very end, right? It's like literally, I think it was like 0.8 seconds left. And Deshaun had the ball. And he just kind of like, was like trying to throw it to the ref. And they really called him for a backcourt violation. With 0.8 seconds left, when he's trying to give y'all the ball, y'all called a backcourt violation. The refs in these last two episodes, like this one and 6, like I'm going to review next, y'all been on one. And I don't know who paying y'all off, why y'all mad because y'all not on Netflix, and the referees ain't got a last chance you, but y'all need to calm down because y'all really been trying it these last 2 episodes. Episode 5 and 6, y'all really was trying it. Don't get it. So then when, of course, they won the game or whatever, but whenever they go back, someone said like, oh yeah, people keep saying, that we a second half team. So Malik is in the front and he was like, well then let's do something to fix it. So Deshaun is in the back like, well, what we gonna do? Go ahead, tell me. I felt like in that moment, Deshaun, you was being an asshole. That was unnecessary. Granted, Malik didn't have the answer like he said, but he was like, I don't have the answer, but you're the leader, so maybe you should be trying to figure something out. But even before that, he was like, well, let's figure it out together. Which I agree. I don't understand why everybody was trying to like, or Deshaun was trying to like, I don't know, I don't say play him, but like just make a big deal out of it. Like he was saying, we shouldn't be a second half team, which I shouldn't, and let's get together and figure it the fuck out and figure out how we can, fix it. And so then Coach Mosley come in and he pretty much talks about how there's a little bit of friction on the team and how it's good to have friction but not too much friction. Then we got Coach Rob talking about Deshaun in particular and how Deshaun is a lovable asshole, which that's obvious to me. If one thing is obvious, it's obvious that he's an asshole, but that he's extremely lovable at the same time. That's really obvious about Deshaun. So we in practice and Deshaun just not hitting the shots. I don't know what's going on with him. I think he said something about like his thumb or something, or his finger that was still bothering him from a couple episodes ago. Then we got Joe, and Joe is just playing fucking trash. Like everybody was just trash. It was just bad. It was just a bad fucking practice. And the boys aren't getting along. And I think it was Deshaun. He was like, we all been up underneath each other all the time. Like they really have, because I think they practice 6 days a week, so that's a lot. So he was like, I think we just been around each other like too long, and we all need just like a little bit of a break from each other. So then we see my faves, Deshaun and Kiera, they're in the back or whatever, and of course she's just being the good woman that she is, the good support system that she is, holding him down and be like, it's all right, babe, don't worry, you got it. And he was just saying how he was getting frustrated because his his finger is messed up and he can't shoot the way he wants to. But of course she's being a good supportive girlfriend. So then the next day, Deshaun comes in and he brings some Krispy Kremes, which we all love a good Krispy Kreme donut. Bitch, I used to love when I worked at a call center and they used to come up with the Krispy Kremes. That was going to be a good day. That was a good day. That was a good day at work. Absolutely. So he brought in some donuts and the coaches was like, everybody except the coaches, and they was like, well, that's his way of pretty much saying sorry for, like, I guess how he acted the day before. So then, you have this part where Mosley and Deshaun is talking, and Mosley is explaining to Deshaun, why he took him out of the game, and he was like, at the end of the day, you're tired and you're not ready. And that's what I kind of said, I think, last episode, when I'm like, Deshaun, you getting mad at him, but he really trying to help you out at the end of the day. You're looking bad. And if a recruiter is there, I'd rather just sit you and let you get your shit together other than let you run up the court and look a fucking mess when I know that's not, they're only going to see you one time in person. So that's what he pretty much was trying to explain to him. Like, nobody's trying to play you. I'm really just trying to help you out. He was like, Portland came to see you. And instead of them, they said to me, oh, well, we'll take a look into Deshaun, when they should have been saying, send me over his transcripts. But they didn't. You know what I mean? He said, so you got to trust me, though. So then we get this little, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so then we get this whole little section with Malik and Joe, right? So Malik ends up blocking Joe, right? Blocking a shot. And Joe says that it was holding. And Joe pretty much says, so they kind of get into a little back and forth about that or whatever the case may be. And so then Joe pretty much says that, Malik's been there a whole lot longer than he has. He has a better relationship with Mosley, which it don't seem like that to me. It seems like you got a better relationship with Mosley than he does. That's just my opinion. It seems like Mosley is putting way more effort into you and trying to get you to keep your shit together than he is Malik. But that's just my observation. He talks about how he wants to start and roll, like he wants to pretty much start. He wants to start in the playoffs. When it gets to playoffs, Joe wants to start or whatever. And right now, Malik kind of has that spot. And so when they talking to Malik, Malik was like, he is a little bit nervous. He's not terrified, but he is nervous, because he said Joe can come in and average 20 easily can come in and, average 20. So, then Malik is talking to Coach Ken, and Coach Ken is pretty much telling him, like, you need to play better now. Like, you're trying to wait and you think you have time because you're 19, 20. What he said is facts. He's like, you be thinking that you have time because you're 19, 20. Next thing you know, you're 30, and that's it. I said, whew, speak my life. Because honestly, as soon as you graduate, like, fuck even college. College, maybe, I mean, as soon as you graduate high school, your life it's like this. It's really going fast as hell. I can't believe, like, I'm really as old as I am. It's insane. It's insanity to me. It's insanity. Life goes super fast. So he ain't lying. So then we get to know a little bit more about Malik, okay? Malik, mama said that he was always really, really, really tall. People always felt like, so he gonna be the next Shaq. He was like, he ain't big enough to be Shaq. Like, he's too small for that. But he is tall. His papa, was like, he knew that he would be big too. Malik talks about how he was mostly good at basketball because of his height. He was like, it's easy for somebody to just hand me the ball and I just, because I'm taller than everybody. So, that was easy for him. He said when he got to high school, though, he just didn't give a fuck. Like, he didn't care about his grades. He didn't really care about much of nothing, which a lot of kids get like that when they get to high school. And his father was like, that's partially my fault because I wasn't around as much as I needed to be. Like, I was around, but I wasn't around a whole lot. So he had bad grades, so no D1 for him. And what most people are saying is that, Malik doesn't realize how great he is. Like, he's actually a really good player, which he is. He just doesn't really see that potential in himself. But you need to see it because you got it. You got it, my guy. You got it. And Coach Ken said that he can get to the NBA easily, but you got to put in the work and you got to believe in yourself. And Malik doesn't seem to, like, all the way believe in himself that he can really be that guy. But he can. If he puts in the work, he really can. I love how his papa was on his ass. Okay, he was on his ass. He was like, you need to be doing stuff now. And he said exactly what I said the one episode, which is that you need to be dominant. Didn't I say last episode, Malik, fuck that shit, come down to start bullying niggas. You need to start bullying niggas coming down this court. Don't be soft about it. Start dominating these niggas. And that's exactly what his damn daddy told him. Start dominating these niggas. So Then they got 20 days left to the playoffs. Okay, it's time to do a team trip, because they've never really seen each other outside of dealing with basketball. So they're driving up to the hills, somewhere in California, in the hills or whatever. What is it, Colby Ranch or whatever? Them kids was really terrified and worried about bears, which I don't blame y'all, because I know that the bear situation over there in California is not to be trifled with. So God bless y'all heart. And y'all got the right one. Y'all got the right one. So they get up there, and some people, they ain't got no damn service. Deshaun, Joe, Marquise, and some other guys, they end up going hiking. They had a fun little time. That was nice. Then we had Coach Rob at the at the house. He's chefing it up, okay? And Coach Mosley is talking about, why is it that he pretty much picked Coach Rob, and how he's a good fit, and they both talk about how they making like $15,000. It was crazy. He was like, I'm a grown ass man, like I'm a whole grown ass man, and I'm making $15,000 a year, which is insanity. It's insanity. That's insanity for real. But both of their wives got their back, so shout out to their wives. Then we see the kids inside, and they playing dominoes. Malik has never played dominoes before, which I said, woo. And you in California, I don't really know if you're going to want to really... It's probably hard to learn a game of dominoes and not, like, violence not break out. And I don't just mean in California. I mean, period. Y'all know how black people is with dominoes and spades. We don't play no games. Like, it's really one of them things, like, if you don't know how to play, just get the fuck out of the way. Like, a lot of people ain't patient enough to really teach people that, because shit gets real at the domino table and at the spades table. That's why they don't have a spades table at the casino, because shit will get real so quick, so fast. Really will. Then I thought that this whole little section was fun, when all of the kids, I think they had to do like it was like a debate type of format or whatever. And I think one of the first questions was like, who's the best rapper to you and why? Malik says Nas, because of his like delivery, his flow, his subject matter. I said, yes, you better have good taste, Malik. Joe says, Drake, which of course is my fucking fave, and he was like, because he's not a gangster rapper, he doesn't try to be something that he's not, which that's why most people love Drake. And then you got KJ, who said, Lil Wayne, he's the best rapper of all time, he has great wordplay. These are all goats. So nobody's wrong. Like, nobody's wrong. Nas is held as top 10. Drake is probably held as top 10, maybe for not a lot of people, but he is. And Wayne is top 10 for a lot of people. So sounds about right to me, okay? Then they ask about who you think is the best person in the league right now. I think Mark said James Harden is. Malik said Kawhi is. And Joe said no, LeBron is. But Joe gave a nice little speech about LeBron. He was like, he works hard. He's good on social issues. And he's a good person for the kids to look up to. And I'm like, well, he's not lying. That is why LeBron is LeBron, like, because of all of those things that Joe just said. So it's true. And then they have like a little skit where they all can act like Mosley or whatever. They're all funny as hell. Like they're really all funny. Like all of their skits was funny. Marquise's skit was funny. LJ's, Deshaun's had me cracking up because he talked about how he had went one time and went around and looked at everybody at eyes. So he did that. That was funny. You could tell that out of everybody who really had a good time up at the ranch, Joe was like the main person who really, really had a good ass time at the ranch. So that was fun for him. Fun for all of the kids. So then we got 17 days to playoffs, okay? Central Michigan came to talk to Malik. And so then we cut to this little clip where you see Malik is asking Joe, how is it that he, how does he post up or whatever to where people can't get around him? And Joe pretty much says, like, he's like, I'm not fast. Like, I'm not as fast as you. Like, you're fast as hell. So I pretty much just try to use my body and I try to lean into it as much as possible to try to, like, back you the fuck down. He said, but somebody like you, you're fast as hell, so you can kind of use both to your advantage. You don't even really have to use your body. You can just get past the person. And so, Malik did say, that he feels like Joe is damn near a pro, and, he's like, his basketball IQ was like top level and he's really an inspiration. So I like the, I like that whole part because I like the camaraderie. I like the because he said facts. He was like, I mean, Joe really don't gotta tell me shit. Like, I'm literally starting in the spot that he wants, and Joe is still helping me anyway. I think that they have like it's competition, but it's friendly, and I appreciate that because Joe didn't have to give him any tips at all, but he did, and so I thought that was pretty cool. And then who came? Mary Mount had came from Malik, I think, as well. I don't know what I got Central Michigan up there for. I don't know. But then it's game day, and they're going against, I don't know who. But it's sophomores night, okay? And y'all know for most places, like most junior colleges, after your sophomore year is normally, the next year is normally when you transfer out to a bigger school. So, we start the game off. Deshaun is off top having trouble. I don't know what's going on with Deshaun. I don't know. He's just not having a good couple of games. It's heartbreaking. He's just not really doing well the first couple games. And so then we got Malik. He comes in and that nigga start cooking. He start cooking his shit and he start heating the fuck up, okay? And they pretty much win that game, okay? They win that game and then they go straight to practice, which I will never get over. That is insanity that y'all win a game and then go work out afterwards. Still don't get that to this day, but I think it's a fucking amazing. So then we get this little clip, of them pretty much running through games. 93 to 82, they beat Compton. 90 to 80, they beat San Antonio. Like, how many did they have? I think it was like maybe 20 or 21 or 22 in a row, whatever. There was a game where there's a little part where they show like one of the guys, like they really tried Joe, because like they had pushed him and then another guy had pushed him and Joe was just like, I said, that's right, Joe. You better keep your shit together. Don't let them niggas knock you off your bubble. Because, see, they're going to do it on purpose. They know that you got a temper. So I was very proud of Joe in that moment. I said, you better not let them knock you off your game. Because that's all they're trying to do. They try and get you to start a fight. Y'all, this is what it is. Y'all ever see Drumline? I'm pretty sure y'all done all seen Drumline. Y'all seen that Drumline at the very end, the last battle that they had, when they came up and they patted on did on Nick Cannon's drum like he did to the other guy. They did that because they know he a loose cannon and they thought he was going to haul off on their ass. That's what it was. So that's what they be trying to do to you, Joe. That's what they be trying to do to you. So then after that, UC Davis had came to Malik and they pretty much told him that they want him. They was explaining the campus. It was like, yes, it's so good. It's not just about basketball. We help you wait after you graduate, which look more into that. If that school helps you even after you graduate, look into that, because not a lot of schools do that. Like, they'll put you on their alumni list and stuff like that. Like, I get alumni emails all the time, but y'all ain't really doing shit for me as far as I'm fucking concerned. And then, so we get this little montage, like I said, of everything pretty going good. And as soon as Mosley sat in that car, I can't control everything. I can only control what it is that we're doing. I said, bitch, hold on. Let me start adding up the dates. Hold on. Because I always said that Kobe and Gigi dying and all them other people dying last year, that's how we should have known that the rest of the year was going to be fucked. Because right after they passed away is when the whole thing with Rona started. And I'm counting up the days. I'm like, hold on. Bitch, are they going to even get to the state championship? Now, mind you, I'm still not done I'm not done right now with the show. I have, episodes 7 and 8 to still go. So, I'm thinking they might not even make it to the state championship, because that shit is probably going to get shut down. Because everything started closing down like around March or whatever. So, I'm a little bit concerned here that these motherfuckers ain't going to get to the state championship. Not because of them, but because of the Rona. I'm a little concerned. Tad bit concerned. We shall see. I'll be back with the next episode. Boy.